Hello friends, hope you all are doing well and staying safe. Welcome back to yet another video of the Football Mania to bring you all the latest news and insights from the football world. For one thing which I have been craving for so many years together in Indian football is having a robust league structure. This is something which not only I have said, not only any football fan in this country has said, but also the former General Secretary, the popular Kushal Das, has himself revealed in every conference that he steps out. And this is something which I was expecting, and AIFF's official announcement has proposed a roadmap for the league structure to be organized where there will be promotion relegation system. However, one club which has opposed the newly proposed roadmap by the AIFF is the Churchill Brothers. And not only them, they, along with Gokulam Kerala, have also opposed the new proposed roadmap because clearly they have an intention to solidify the ISL, have more teams in the ISL, and ensure that the number of teams in the I League, which is one of the most historic traditional leagues in India, mind you, has reduced the number of teams. How is this possible in the first place? We have seen, let's take for example the Premier League or even the German Bundesliga. They have at least 18 teams in the second division of their league structure, and this is the same even if it goes with the Premier League or even with the La Liga. They have enough teams to ensure that there is a clear promotion and relegation based on merit. And clearly, if we see that already only 11 I League teams are there, and out of them, the winner will be promoted to the ISL without having any participation fee, is just ridiculous. Yes, it should be done, but not at the cost of having very reduced number of teams in the I League. Then what is the point of having the same competition? And Churchill Brothers were the first ones to object this new proposed roadmap because according to their CEO, what he felt is that Indian football cannot develop and compete with the remaining nations if they have their top tier league comprising of 12 to 14 teams. And what he says also has a valid point because usually what any football ecosystem does is they focus on the top tier and they ensure that they have a very strong grassroots system through which players are developing and flourishing at the elite level. And this is the same which goes for even Gokulam Kerala. They also were the I League champions in 2019, and after that, this proposed roadmap did come, but according to Gokulam Kerala, they never agreed to this roadmap. And you know, if you are having a roadmap which was finalized 3 years back, and why again make it official? I just don't understand it. And if you talk about promotion and relegation, this is something really good in my opinion because this gives a level playing field for all the teams. All the teams have an equal chance of, especially getting relegated from the ISL. We will not just see the clubs with that historic money and that kind of capital to always play the ISL. All the teams which come from the I League will come on merit. And I just feel that the CEO of Churchill Brothers has a point when he said that having a unified solid ISL does not mean that I League cannot do the same. And I League being one of those leagues where all the clubs like JCT, Mahindra United, Dempo SC, Churchill Brothers, Sporting Club de Goa, and even the likes of, if you talk about all the historic clubs, including Mohammedan Sporting, all the clubs have played in that kind of league. And for them to come out of the I League and, just create a ruckus in the system is just a big joke. And this is something where every football fan needs to understand that it's not just about having a very good connection, having a good robust league structure. It is about how much opportunities will the young Indian players get even if the team gets promoted to the ISL. Because one thing is for certain that if there are more teams in the ISL, that will mean that there will be more number of foreign players. That means there will be more amount of investment in the clubs, and definitely the young Indian players will not get enough game time. and that is something of a big worry, because in the past we have seen that, even AFC uniformed that rule that there will be 3+1 foreign rule in the ISL, and that was followed in the previous season. However, if there are more teams, I just don't see how the positions like a winger or a striker or even a holding midfielder is occupied by an Indian footballer, because all these key positions are always, covered or filled by European players or African players, because they're physically stout and well built, and that makes a very massive difference going into the elite level of competition. And I feel that, not just Churchill Brothers or Gokulam Kerala, any I League club for that matter should not accept this proposed roadmap, because if you are just trying to expand the ISL, I have told it time and time again, it just doesn't make sense until and unless, more number of I League clubs are ready to, join the elite level and make sure that there are at least 15 teams in both the leagues. It will be a very, very big ruckus, and there will be no point of having competition at all in the I League, because you're having probably just 6 or 7 teams who will be playing a round robin format. Then I just don't get what is the point in having this kind of league structure. It has to be ensured that, one more thing which this AIFF proposed roadmap says, that the club, whichever club enters the ISL through the promotion criteria, also fulfills the club licensing criteria. And that is fair enough, because this is something which the AFC has laid down as their guidelines, and every club has to adhere to those rules and regulations. And if they're not fulfilling the club licensing criteria, they cannot compete in the top tier of Indian football. It is as simple as that. So, guys, as far as Churchill Brothers and Gokulam Kerala are concerned, they have taken their stand. They feel that they never agreed to Indian football or AIFF's proposed new roadmap for league structures. And as a football fan, what do you think? What should be the way forward? Should we have more number of teams in the I League? And should we have a system where, two teams qualify for the ISL, and in turn, two teams get relegated from the ISL? There are lots of pros and cons. There are lots of, repercussions that it can have on the league structure. But overall, if you see, in my opinion, I just feel that, it should be a standard number of teams, a minimum number of teams in both leagues. And if that is not happening, then there is no point of having promotion and relegation. And obviously, equal number of teams need to get promoted and relegated, so that, you know each and every season we are seeing at least a stipulated number of teams competing for the league. That has to be the simple solution, in my opinion. What are your thoughts? Please put it down in the comment section. And if you like this video, please do not forget to hit the like button. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, it's very simple. Please hit the subscribe button and show me your love and support. So until next time, stay safe and take care.